everybody, Virgin Brigade here, and I actually want to talk to you guys about a review that I'm going to be doing for this anime called Kakuriyo, Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. Yes. Also known as Kakuriyo no Yarumeshi. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, by the way. It was a one season, 26 episode anime posted up not only on Crunchyroll for I believe as a Japanese English sub, but also on Funimation as an English dub. I don't know about other countries, but for the U.S., that's what it's up as. It was a anime based off the manga of the same light manga novel of the same manga, and apparently this chick who is by the name of Aoi Tsubaki, she gets taken from the apparent realm, which is realm that has people like you and me, you and me who are alive right now, and she gets taken to this realm called the Hidden Realm that is full of Ayakashi and even yokai, because we end up in the later video, like later episodes, finding out that there's a god, a thunder god who is considered a yokai by what we see as spirits, and she is taken to the hidden realm to to be married off to the ogre god who she meets. She finds out he is called master innkeeper for this inn called Tenjinya, and it's pretty cool. I watched it, all 26 episodes of the English dub, and it was pretty awesome. Uh, I wish I was able to watch it as an English sub, but the English dub was what I found, so I can't complain all that much. So, I went onto this website called myanimelist.net, and the synopsis for what they have for it is the synopsis for it is says female college student Aoi inherited her deceased grandfather's ability to see Ayakashi. One day, while Aoi is feeding some Ayakashi, a demon appears. He declares that Aoi's grandfather owed a great debt, and as compensation, Aoi must marry the demon. Aoi refuses and decides to pay off the debt by working. And how she and that's the best description about how it was, how it was built up to be a pretty good anime. And despite it only being one season and there being claims for a second season, the second season never came out. And the first season came out, the first episode of it came out in April 2nd of 2018, and it finished at September 24th, 2018. But we haven't really watched, like, there's no second season, and it felt like it left off, like, even though it finished off just part of the main arc, where uh, Aoi shows her worth, they kind of let it on to, oh, there's going to be a second season. But where the hell is it? I want to watch it. As far as I know, if I look up on, if I look it up on Google, if I look it up on YouTube, nothing. There's no indication that a season 2 is ever going to be coming out, other than if you watch the final episode, I should say. It kind of makes it seem like they're going to be doing a second season, but there's still no news on whether they finished it, whether it's going to be a thing, whatnot. It's not there, and it kind of makes me feel a little bit sad that there's no indication there's going to be a second season or even a third season. The only place that I could see that there's a mention of a second or third season is if you go on Funimation.com, log in for it, and then find it out when you look up Kakuriyo, bed and breakfast for spirits. And it's just like, I wish there was more than just one season worth of that anime, because yeah, I may be a fat ass, but that was a good anime. And we find out like why so many Ayakashi loves Aoi's food. What what is building up, what happens throughout, like just a small bit tidbit of a story that they built up throughout the first season. And I'm just like, damn. I wish I knew whether the Master Innkeeper or Kakurio, or actually Aoi in the Kakurio anime, if they ever truly love each other in the end and end up marrying. But you never find out. Spoiler alert. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry. It's just they left that whole thing as a cliffhanger for me. And if I were to rate it out of 5 stars, how they built it up to that point where, in the end they, like she pretty much saves the day through cooking. Um, I give it four. Like I would give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars, to be honest. 4.5 out of 5, in my opinion. But you know, each person is to their own opinion. You you guys might think, oh, she's only giving it because she's fat. uh, that's just a minor thing into it. But in general, I just think it was a good anime, and there wasn't too much like of a bloody, gory mess, which I also love. And I really loved how the story kind of enveloped into something more than I thought it was going to be when I watched the first 2 episodes. So yeah, that's how I thought of it. When I go onto the Funimation website and I look at all the reviews for this show, I noticed that there's like a lot of people asking for a season 2 or more of it. I'm gonna read off the top, like the top one though. It says this person named the username Juniverse. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. That's what I'm seeing it as. He or she wrote, loved it, loved it. Can season 2 consist of her actually marrying the ogre god and her admitting she loves him with the ceremony, the other in helping to make it wonderful and everything? She can deem her fox friend and his brother, the brothers she's never had, give him, give her away to the ogre god in place for her grandfather. Since this anime and main female is human and fears the aging problem, it could mention when they finally tie the knot that her aging will be slowed significantly, possibly through the exchange of fluids like one drop of the ogre blood being mixed with ceremonial red wine to keep the show wholesome and pure. Season 3 could follow it up, the talk and having the children, with them growing up among the staff at 10 or Tenjinya. It should make it interesting for staff to be called aunts, uncles, siblings, and grandparents, as they basically will be raised by all of them all. And I understand why that person wrote that, and I'm like, I think season 2 will be good, but I don't know about season 3 where it follows up with them having a family. Season 2 can develop to them getting married, and then they could end it off with the final episode spanning like a few years forward. They have like half Ayakashi, half human children, and that like, and then Aoi just being sort of like her aging process has slowed down within like, I think, what, 20 years, I would say. Like, even though she's not as young as she once was, she still looks rather young for her age. So that's what I think should happen. But in the end, we, like, until that happens, we don't know when that's gonna happen. We don't know if there's gonna be season 2. I don't know if the person who wrote that manga would ever make a season 2. I feel like it's gonna be like Attack on Titan, where it's gonna be years before they ever add in a season 2, from my experience. Or like it's gonna be years before they make a spin-off series like Cardcaptor Sakura. They ended up making sort of like a spin-off second series so long after the original series came out, and it was all about how, now Cardcaptor Sakura has to collect all the clear cards, but we're not talking about that right now. That's going to be in a different video. That's going to be a different video in the near future once I finish everything. But yeah, from what I'm seeing, I feel I agree there should be a definite season 2. Season 3, I'm not sure. I don't think there should be a season 3 if they could work around work around all of it in season 2, but until that happens, I don't think that's going to be quite a necessity at this point of time. So until they put up a season 2 for that show of Kakuriyo, I'm going to be watching other anime. Going to be watching other TV show series and also other movies on various websites. I'll even do even more reviews on various books because that's how I am. I'm going to be doing a live playthrough. This channel is a live playthrough uh, and review channel. That's what we do. Who. That's what I do. That's who I am. If you guys don't like it, let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.